Attention passionate Baltimore Ravens fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Baltimore Ravens' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Baltimore Ravens fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS, and Baltimore RAVENS fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. I've got some pretty exciting news that could seriously shake up the AFC North and give the Ravens a huge boost heading into the rest of the season. Things are heating up as whispers of a major trade are swirling around the league, and it involves none other than DJ Moore from the Chicago Bears potentially heading to Baltimore. If this deal goes through, it's going to be a game changer, no doubt about it. And trust me, Ravens fans, the impact on our offense could be nothing short of explosive. So let's break down what's going on here. Reports are indicating that the Ravens are on the verge of trading a first-round pick plus a backup wide receiver to the Bears in exchange for DJ Moore. This move is seen as a strategic reset for Chicago, who are sitting at 1-2 early in the 2025 season and seem to be focusing on rebuilding for the future. The Bears, with around $20 million in cap space, are prioritizing their offensive line rebuild and trying to develop Caleb Williams, the rookie quarterback, despite some struggles. He's completing just 62% of his passes so far. They're also cautious about adding more crowded receiver targets after the Keenan Allen signing, which makes sense because they want to build around their young core and give Williams the best shot at developing. Plus, Chicago has allocated around $10 million for defensive upgrades, aiming to improve a defense that's currently ranked 23rd, allowing about 122 rushing yards per game. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, adding DJ Moore could be a seismic shift in their offensive identity. As of now, Baltimore's aerial attack has been good but not great. They're averaging just under 4.8 yards after reception, which leaves a lot of room for improvement. Moore's addition could push those numbers up significantly. This guy is a lightning bolt in motion, a true burner with elite route-running skills and the ability to create explosive plays. His career stats speak volumes: 385 receptions for 450 yards and 32 touchdowns, averaging 14.2 yards per catch. And in 2024, he's been electric with a PFF grade of 93, showing he's already in top form. Up to September 15, 2025, he had 17 catches for 248 yards and 3 touchdowns in just 3 games, with an average of 14.6 yards per reception, 132 yards after catch, an EPA expected points added per target of 0.29 and a separation of about 3.1 yards. His speed, a blazing 4.42 seconds in the 40-yard dash, comparable to Tyreek Hill in terms of YAC mastery. The injury bug did bite him in week 1 with a sprained ankle, but he's been sharp since returning, and his speed and agility make him one of the most dynamic receivers in the league when healthy. So, why are the Bears open to trading him? Well, it's all about cap space and the team's strategic focus. With Caleb Williams developing and the team prioritizing offensive line reinforcements and defensive upgrades, Chicago is perhaps willing to part ways with Moore to free up funds and draft capital. The addition of Keenan Allen last year already crowded the receiver room, and with the team's current struggles on defense and the need to rebuild their offensive line, moving Moore makes sense. This frees up around $10 million, which they plan to reinvest into their defensive line and other needs. Now, what does this mean for the Ravens? Well, if this trade goes through, Baltimore's offense could see an immediate and dramatic boost. Moore's presence stretches the field vertically and opens up space for Lamar Jackson to operate more efficiently. His ability to create yards after the catch, with an average of about 4.5 yards after reception, means Jackson could hit him on quick slants or deep routes and watch him turn short gains into big plays. This would elevate the Ravens' explosive play rate significantly, potentially adding around 12–15% more explosive plays over 20 yards per game, which is huge in today's NFL where big plays often decide close games. And speaking of Lamar Jackson, adding Moore would give him a reliable, elite target that can turn slants into long gains and stretch defenses in ways that we've seen only sporadically so far this season. His presence would also complement Rashad Bateman, creating a dynamic duo that defenses have to respect. This pairing could be reminiscent of the Diggs-Jefferson combo from 2022, which propelled the Vikings to a significantly better aerial attack, boosting their total passing yards by over 160 yards per game. If Baltimore can replicate that with Moore and Bateman, the Ravens' offense could become one of the top 5 units in the league, with Lamar consistently finding open targets and generating big chunk plays. Another big factor here is the impact on the red zone and middle field openings. Moore's speed and route running would open up space for Andrews to operate more freely, especially in the middle of the field. The red zone efficiency could improve by around 13%, giving Lamar more options when it matters most. Plus, with Moore's ability to get separation quickly, about 3.1 yards in separation, defenses would have a tough time double-teaming him, especially when paired with Andrews, who already is a matchup nightmare. This combination could boost the Ravens' scoring efficiency and give Lamar more confidence to take shots downfield. In terms of the bigger picture, this trade could significantly influence the Ravens' playoff chances and Super Bowl odds. Right now, the odds to win Super Bowl LXI are around +8,500, but with Moore's addition, those odds could plummet to around +2,800. That's a massive jump, reflecting how much this kind of upgrade could mean for Baltimore's championship aspirations. Moore's ability to grind out yards after the catch and excel in clutch situations makes him an X-factor during playoff runs, especially in late-game situations where every yard counts. His addition could be the difference in tight battles against AFC rivals like the Steelers, or in potential AFC championship matchups. Let's not forget that Baltimore has been building towards this kind of explosive offensive threat for a while now. Lamar Jackson's evolution as a passer has been evident, but he's always been missing that true one receiver who can stretch defenses and turn quick passes into big gains. Moore's arrival could finally give him that weapon, boosting his EPA per pass by around +0.25 and increasing the Ravens' RPO, run-pass option, efficiency by about 14%. This would make Baltimore's offense even more unpredictable and dangerous, forcing defenses to pick their poison. The stretch run to the playoffs could be where this move truly shines, especially if the Ravens can integrate more smoothly into their system and keep him healthy. Now, of course, everything hinges on the trade actually happening. The Ravens are known for being aggressive at the deadline, and with the season still early, they're not shy about making bold moves to improve their chances. If they manage to close this deal before the November 4th deadline, it could set the tone for the rest of the season and beyond. The connection between Lamar Jackson and a receiver like DJ Moore has the potential to be electric, reminiscent of some of the best duos in recent NFL history. It's a move that screams contender, and one that could cement Baltimore as a serious Super Bowl threat once again. And looking ahead, if this trade goes down, the impact wouldn't just be felt on the field. It would send a message across the league that the Ravens are all in, ready to take the next step and compete at the highest level. They've already shown they're not afraid to make moves to improve their roster, and this could be the final piece needed to push them over the edge. The AFC is stacked, no doubt, but with a weapon like Moore, the Ravens could turn some heads and make a deep playoff run. As fans, we've seen the potential in Lamar Jackson's game, and with this added firepower, that potential can finally be realized in full. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Baltimore Ravens news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Looking at the bigger picture, this move could be reminiscent of past Baltimore teams that made bold moves to bring in game-changing talent. Think back to the 2010 Packers, who had a roster filled with top-tier receivers and a quarterback with a vision for greatness. The Ravens have always been about smart, aggressive moves, and acquiring DJ Moore could be the move that puts them over the top. It's about solidifying the aerial attack, giving Lamar Jackson the elite weapon he needs to unlock his full potential and take control of games in ways we've only dreamed of. In terms of the team's current season, Baltimore is sitting at 1-2, which isn't ideal, but it's still early. The offense has shown flashes of brilliance, but consistency has been an issue. Adding a receiver like Moore could be the spark that ignites the entire unit, turning close games into decisive victories. His ability to stretch the field and create mismatches would also open up the running game, benefiting players like Gus Edwards and Lamar himself. The Ravens have always thrived on a balanced attack, and Moore's addition could push that balance even further, making the offense more unpredictable and dangerous. Furthermore, Moore's presence would add depth and flexibility to the offense, allowing Todd Monken, the offensive coordinator, to design more creative plays. His route-running ability and quick acceleration mean defenses can't just bracket him or double-team him without risking big plays elsewhere. This opens up a whole new array of options for Lamar, whether it's quick screens, deep shots, or intermediate routes. It's about creating a versatile attack that keeps defenses guessing and forces them into tough decisions. And let's not overlook the psychological impact. Adding a proven, dynamic receiver like Moore sends a message to the rest of the league. Baltimore is serious about contending and isn't afraid to make bold moves to get there. This could also energize the locker room, boost morale, and set a tone for the rest of the season. The Ravens have a passionate fan base, and we all know that having a star receiver on your roster can lift everyone's spirits and elevate the team's confidence. So, what are the potential hurdles? Well, negotiations can be tricky, and there's always a risk that the deal might not go through before the deadline. But if the rumors are true and this trade is close to being finalized, it's a move that could define the season. It's about making a statement, about showing that the Ravens are all in on winning now. With the AFC North being as competitive as ever, especially with teams like the Bengals, Steelers, and Browns all vying for supremacy, Baltimore needs to make a bold move if they want to stay ahead. Looking even further ahead, if Baltimore can integrate more seamlessly and keep him healthy, the sky's the limit. The combination of Lamar Jackson's dual-threat ability and Moore's elite route running and YAC potential could become one of the league's most feared duos. And in the playoffs, when every yard counts and every play can be the difference between victory and defeat, having that kind of weapon in your arsenal is invaluable. In conclusion, the potential trade for DJ Moore is more than just a roster move. It's a statement of intent. It signals that the Ravens are not just looking to compete, but to dominate. It's about building a team that can contend for a Super Bowl and leave a lasting legacy. Ravens fans, this is the kind of move that gets us excited, that keeps us dreaming about that Lombardi trophy. If this deal happens, it could be the catalyst for a season that's remembered for years to come. And now, Baltimore Ravens fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Baltimore Ravens. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Baltimore Ravens news.